staying loose. It's no stretch to say that's key in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Kenzie Kent made her presence felt yesterday with flash and dash. She and Marie McCool delivered the offense from near and far, while Angie Benson put her name in the winner's circle. Purple is a sign of royalty. Team O'Donnell is getting regal contributions from the colorful Sammy Jo Tracy and Taylor Cummings, noble in her pursuit of the goal. Team Benson lines up to face Katie's crew. Only one can hold their head high in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Hazy, hot, and humid, par for the course in the Mid-Atlantic region. That won't hamper day 3 of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Captain, my captain, Team Katie O'Donnell, ready to call out Team Angie Benson to close a busy weekend of play. It is Youth Day at Maureen Hendricks Field. The kids are having a blast watching these fantastic lacrosse players play at their peak. It's been fun and great to have them in the stands. Just a few moments ago, we bring you into the game, into the conversation between players and officials.
You can introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Angie.
I'm Libby.
Nice to meet you, Angie.
These are our official coin toss.
Okay.
So the official coin tosser is going to be right here. We're going to flip it in the air. You are the visitor, so you'll call the coin toss. Okay, you're ready to go. Yep, flip it in the air.
Heads.
Okay, so what do we have? We have heads.
AP, please.
So orange won the coin toss. They're going to go for AP. Which direction would you like?
We're gonna stay.
They're going to stay. So I got purple going this way, orange going this way. Thank you. Shake hands. Good luck. Have a good game.
Nice job, Angie. She did call that before it hit the ground. A very pleasant welcome to you. I'm Joe Beninati. We have completed 5 games in this inaugural weekend of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse play, and we have seen some outstanding performances individually and collectively as a team. None better than Kayla Wood, Kaylor Trainer, and Team Kylie O'Miller. They've been fabulous, ripping through 3 games unbeaten and performing in this Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse format that is very unusual. 56 world-class players are divided into 4 teams. The rosters will change each week. New captains will be named tomorrow. When we look at the leaderboard, the object of the game is to score big and win with your teammates over this very busy weekend schedule. Joined now by Courtney Martinez-Connor, a 5-time national champion at Maryland in the booth. And Courtney, for these 2 teams, it's their last go-round as a unit together. How should they be approaching this game?
You know, each of these teams are 1-1, and they want to finish strong. Despite teams changing after the draft, you want to make sure you're seeing who you connect well with on the field. Number 1, to come out with a win today, but 2, looking forward to the future.
Team Benson found a way to win yesterday. There's no quit in this team. They are a resourceful group, and they have Kenzie Kent playing, primed, and producing.
Kenzie Kent, she is such a shifty, smooth player, probably due to her playing days of being an ice hockey player as well. We see her rely on that frequently when she drops her stick to different levels. Again, that little flick of the wrist that she often used for hockey, translating into lacrosse as well. Having
a look at Kenzie's competition, it comes in the form of Team O'Donnell, which has seen Sammy Jo Tracy erupt over the last 2 days. She's a flashy scorer.
Sammy Jo, she does a great job on the field. Number 1, getting her teammates hyped, being active, communicating, and cleaning up the garbage in front of the goal cage. Whenever she's shooting, always looking to add that flair. Obviously a behind the back or a picture-perfect question mark dodge. She's prepped, she's primed, and she is one of the biggest cheerleaders on that field.
She has plenty of offensive pop, and that plays well in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, where you need to have a calculator handy because the points will pile up quickly. When you score a goal, you get 12. If you cause a defensive turnover, it'll give you 12 for that too. We've had 1 2-point goal in this first weekend of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Marie McCool banked 16 points for that. So everything adds up. Every play matters. Every quarter counts. As a team, these teams will win 20 points should they prevail over an 8-minute stretch. Looking at the Geico leaderboard, Courtney, a whole lot of gold, and Kayla Wood and Kayla Trainer setting the pace.
Things that I love about the leaderboard, it's a team who shares the ball well. Kylie Ohlmiller's team in gold, they dominate those top 14 spots. We have a defender leading, then an attacker, a midfielder, and we even have 2 goalkeepers rounding out that top 6.
Speaking of those goalies, Team O'Donnell making a change in its starting rotation today. And we have the goalies mic'd. We're going to take you into the game throughout the day. Amber Hill will be wearing number 99 for Team O'Donnell. Amber, I'm hoping you can hear me. You're a goalie, so you don't scare easily, but where are your nerves and your emotions right now?
Thank you, guys. Love you. My emotions right now in that very powerful huddle, I'm not in the goal right now. So anyway.
Wait a minute.
No, Kaylee Waters is starting. My best friend, Kaylee Waters, incredible goalie. Right now, emotions are hyped. Shanta just gave, our facilitator, just gave the most heartwarming speech during the huddle, and we're feeling pumped, we're feeling good, and I'm really excited about today's game.
Amber, this is great. You can be, like, we can come to you during the play now while you're on the sidelines. I'm sorry to cross you up there. We're ready for the opening draw.
Yes, we are.
I'm sure Kaylee will do just fine, and you'll be ready if need be.
Yes, I am. Here we go.
Thank you, Amber.
Okay.
The officials, Patty Kletcher-Porter, Liz Brush, Marge Kondracki, and Lucia Perfetti. Perfetti is the table official. As we get going, Team O'Donnell, they squared off in a losing effort to Team Dowdy on Friday. Team Ohlmiller got the better of them a day ago. In orange, this is Team Benson. High-scoring Marie McCool has possession. Sweeping from the top, Shayna Parekha fires, and Kaylee Waters had the early answer. Waters, who leads this young season in terms of total saves. Flings this one ahead, right on the mark for Taylor Cummings. Cummings has been the top goal scorer and point producer offensively for the team in the purple. Bring it on around to Katie O'Donnell. She's the captain for this last day. Once this game is through, we'll have our leaderboard top 4 named captains and a draft tomorrow that you can see on Facebook Live for new teams as we would head towards the second weekend. Sammy Jo Tracy fires up top. It's 1-0 early.
Sammy Jo Tracy getting on the board early. What I love is her relaxed look at the cage, right? She acts like she's gonna carry that ball behind, making the defense overplay a little bit. As soon as she sees that, she immediately rolls back, dropping her stick, taking some cues from Kenzie Kent. Changing the level of the shot makes it very hard for a keeper to save. Again, they're staring at the ball and the stick, but you have that extra little snap, means everything. Sammy
Jo of a 2-goal performance against Team Ohlmiller. She has 4 on the season. Remember, that's 12 more to her total, with the early goal coming just 1 minute and 8 seconds into the contest. Into the draw circle we go. You get draw control points as well, 2 of them, should you successfully get possession for your squad. On the pickup, Kenzie Kent at midfield, watched carefully by Alyssa Perella. 6-on-6 at this end of the field offensively. There's a 60-second shot clock in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. There's a 2-point arc. It's an 8-meter key in front of Kaylee Waters right now as you see the play shape up. Molly Stevens trying to get downhill on Holly Riley. Stevens fires, that goes wide. Closest to the ball where and when it leaves the field after a shot maintains possession for Marie McCool. Taylor Van Thoff, towering midfielder. Bumped there by Kristen Carr. Carr and McKenzie, part of that veteran defensive unit. Amber, watch this one roll out of bounds. It belongs to Team O'Donnell. Just tuning in with us, Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Guaranteed Rate. Joe and Courtney with you from Maureen Hendricks Field at the Maryland Soccerplex, about a half hour or so north of Washington, D.C. O'Donnell wheels into the flow. An offensive touch, 6-on-6. They already have a goal from Sammy Jo Tracy. It's 1-0.
Great job of Team Benson in orange, making it difficult to clear that ball, eating away at that 60-second shot clock that O'Donnell has. They have less than half the time at this point. due to that tremendous defensive ride.
O'Donnell sprinting to the alley. Fought off there. Well played by Mary-Kate Bonani. On the flip, there's Michelle Tumalo. She bluffed the next pass. Tumalo very crafty with a lacrosse stick in hand. Shot clock's at 7. Dodging to the goal. Perella misfires. And Team Benson looks to clear. It's a turnover, though, a failed clear as Sammy Jo Tracy gets another possession and a fresh 60 for Team O'Donnell. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, the only league driven entirely by the athletes. We mentioned Michelle Tumalo. She's part of that player executive committee. The athletes are the leaders. They're the decision makers, Courtney, in this season. Cummings tried to split through there. She was stick checked by McCool.
Defensively, you're going to see more physicality on the field than what you're used to in collegiate games. It's a tougher sport, again, moving with the strength of these athletes, incredibly fast and physical.
Geiger with the stick check there. If you force a cause turnover, you get 12 points on your ledger. That's the same as scoring a goal. This one is a turnover back over to Team Benson. Benson looking to start its scoring spree today. Remember, they were held to just 3 points in their initial game. Angie's squad fell to Team Dowdy. Grace Gabriel, who played collegiately at Marquette, 3 years a starter there. Vanthoff connecting with Kenzie Kent. Kent favors her left. Switching there, one hand on her cross. Great defense turned in by Kristen Carr. McCool, or rather Gabriel, finds Shayna Parekha. She gets to the elbow, bounces this one. It's kicked at by Waters, wide of the cage. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Quick restart. Kent was barreled into there by Waters, the keeper. We very well could have a free position here.
A smart foul on that last play. No defense was inside. Kenzie Kent put herself in an excellent position to catch and finish.
Kent steps in, fires, and it goes wide of Waters, who went to the splits. Remember, yesterday on a free position, Marie McCool cashed in with a first two-pointer in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse history. This is a shot clock violation against Orange, and racing for cover, here comes Holly Riley. Riley, mother of two, sons Finn and Liam. Holly has been working out to get back into game shape for Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. And Courtney, I know you chuckled when she told us she's been using her 2-year-old boy Liam as her medicine ball for a lot of exercises.
It's inventive. You use what you have, what's available. I love how she's getting her kids involved in her workouts, showing them that mom can be a tough cookie too.
Can you see her running and pushing the stroller at the same time?
They have joggers.
2.5 to go. O'Donnell off the sweep. O'Donnell fires. She scores. Katie O'Donnell, the captain, is heard from.
Katie O'Donnell with the wonderful sweeping dodge. Her teammates clearing space for her, but this is goal number 1. We see Sammy Jo, number 13 in purple, taking her defender down, acting like she's slowing things, all while dropping that stick, finishing it away from the keeper.
They're having a great time in the stands and on the field. Team O'Donnell has 2 goals on the board. Sammy Jo Tracy and Katie O'Donnell in a 2-0 lead. For our Bring It In moment today, let's go to the City Lax group. They're all in for this new professional sports league featuring their favorite sport.
Hey, I'm John Moser, CEO of City Lax. We're here at Randall's Island having a great camp, and our girls at City Lax is all in for AU.
Oh, there is.
Good, yeah. Here, I got your help. Oh, you stay with it, you got it.
Good job, girl. Go hard, go hard, go hard.
Good job, guys. All in for AU.
Just great to see City Lax involvement with lacrosse. I know they help students achieve success by supporting them on and off the field. City Lax, a worthy initiative in this sport.
City Lax does a great job of developing life skills in order to be successful in college as well as career advancement.
Expanding Lax in the New York City area. Sticks raised on high in support of this wonderful game. Athletes Unlimited getting involved in this inaugural season of lacrosse after seasons worth of play in softball and volleyball, and now joining forces with the folks at City Lax, initiative that is near and dear to many of the Athletes Unlimited lacrosse players. We'll be hearing more about them throughout this season. A 2-0 lead in this game number 6 of 30. The point totals continue to add up individually and collectively as a team. 2:28 left in this opening quarter. If the score remains the same, everybody wearing purple on Team O'Donnell will pick up 20 points for themselves.
Joe, one of the things I love most about City Lax is a part of their mission, helping students achieve success. You need support. You need support, not just on the field, but off. Again, players talk about what sports have brought to them.
And you know the athletes want to give back. Fortunato giving her team a 3-goal lead.
Courtney Fortunato, she was a previous Rookie of the Year in the ACC. She's done well each and every one of these games thus far, starting off with the scrimmage earlier on in the week. But another right sweeping dodge. I like the adjustment that Team Benson made. They decided to send a quick double, which would have meant that a teammate was open, but once you get a step on your defender and your arms are free to take the shot, by all means do it, and it's certainly working out for them.
Jumping for joy on the sideline. And Courtney, we've been talking about the young athletes involved with City Lax. Courtney Fortunato, she started playing lacrosse in 4th grade. When would you advise moms and dads whose children may be saying, hey, can I play, can I play? What's the right time to get them started?
You know, I'm a firm believer anytime, whether it's early or late. Michelle Tumalo, I don't want to say was a late bloomer, but she did not start playing until high school. Neither did I. You know, as long as you're out there being active, playing sports, I'm a proponent of a multi-sport athlete. You learn so many things from other sports. Some of the best defenders out here were basketball players, have tremendous footwork. Obviously, soccer players are used to running full lengths of the field, so just really being active and learning how to be a team player, so important.
Marie McCool on the bounce shot, she scores. Team Benson facing an early uphill battle after the 2-point goal from Fortunato made it 4-love. McCool answers.
Marie McCool, love her athleticism. We talked a lot about her in game number 2 for Benson. We saw that nice little split dodge. All it takes are a few stutter steps. Gain a few steps on your defender. She was able to protect her stick, shooting between 2 defensive players. And then all you have to do is sight cage after that point. However, Marie McCool, speed, athleticism, definitely work in her favor.
Marie gets her 5th. She had 2 against Ole Miller. She had 2 against Dowdy, including a 2-point strike. Fortunato has a 2-pointer today. It's 4-1 with a little less than 90 seconds to operate in the opening quarter. Back to the draw we go. Cummings, who has been terrific in draw control. She had 10 in the scrimmage in training camp leading up. She had 10 draw controls yesterday. This time the ball belongs to Team Benson in the orange. Katrina Geiger will advance. Geiger, a former captain of the Loyola Greyhounds, making the scoop to Taylor Vanthoff, a collegiate teammate. Sydney Parecka is 44. Her sister Shayna is 41. The sisters have never been on a different team. That stayed true this weekend. I don't think it's going to stay true the entire summer. Remember, after today, the top 4 on the Geico leaderboard will become new captains. They'll draft new teams tomorrow night. You can see that draft on Facebook Live. McCool drifting in against Perella. Tremendous speed. Turns the corner and scores. A fabulous goal for Marie McCool.
Marie McCool, number 40 for Team Benson, showing her athleticism. We talked about how fast, how athletic she is, but this past goal really showcases that. We see her slowly having the stick in her left hand. All of a sudden, that acceleration. Sometimes you don't even need to shake and bake. It's just simply outrunning, making a move, getting her hands free away from that defender, putting them outside. We see right here, as she turns the corner, she's gonna drop her arms out as she shoots around that defensive player. Obviously, very skilled at that technique.
She has tremendous speed that you allude to. It's a wonderful stride. She has power in her stride. When I watch somebody like Dempsey Arsenault run and gain ground, it's so graceful. It's effortless. McCool, you could see her dig in as she tries to come up with another draw control, which she does. Team Benson trailing by 2, tail end of the opening quarter, with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse presented by Guaranteed Rate. 6-on-6 possession for the team in the orange. It's Kenzie Kent operating with Shayna Parecka. McCool calling for it. The shot clock is turned off. Team Benson can have the last shot of the frame. That's forced inside. Sarah Brown makes the takeaway. Part of the singing Sarah Brown sisters. I guess there are 9. There are 9 in the family. 3 sisters who've sung the national anthem at baseball games recently. Sarah, playing days now as a pro lacrosse player. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, and we are done with one. 8 minutes in the books. 4-2 for Team O'Donnell on a tear.
that provides academic support, leadership training, and really their mission is to, help provide opportunities and really change the life trajectory of some of these kids. And I think also one thing that I'm super passionate about is making the sport more diverse. I am an Asian American, and so I'm always, trying to figure out ways on how we can provide more accessibility to the sport and create more diversity and inclusion within the sport of lacrosse. And I think that really is another reason as to why I have a personal connection with Harlem Lacrosse.
Marie, thanks very much. Harlem Lacrosse serving high poverty and special education students at rates that really do surpass those of the school sites, and it's nice to see Marie get on board like that.
I love who they serve. Harlem Lacrosse actively recruits special education students identified by school administrators who are at the most vulnerable position or in academic decline. Excellent things that they're doing at Harlem Lacrosse.
Folks, if you want to get even closer to this great game, we invite you to join the Unlimited Club for free by downloading the Athletes Unlimited app today. You'll be receiving all the latest news and updates in the palm of your hand. Stream digital games, unlock special access, and more. If you want to go beyond that, upgrade your membership for a whole year of behind-the-scenes access. All the Athletes Unlimited seasons. Join the players in the voting for game MVPs and the end-of-season awards. Visit AUProSports.com. You'll learn more about the Unlimited Club. You'll make your Geico Unlimited pick to unlock content from your favorite player. Fans in the stands today, family, friends, special guests, and ticket buying customers. Tickets are on sale at AUProSports.com as we thank our presenting field partners. Geico today. It's Youth Day here at Maureen Hendricks Field at the Maryland Soccerplex. Number 77, standing tall, is Angie Benson. 4 saves against Team Oldmiller, 5 against Dowdy. Angie says, Courtney, that the sport is cookie cutter and that we need to add some sprinkles. They love the inclusive nature of Athletes Unlimited. If you're just tuning in with us after 8 minutes, Team O'Donnell has the 2-point advantage, shooting 75% today. At the draw circle, that's where we go. Team Benson taking 4 of 5 in that regard. Team Benson in the orange. These two squads working together as a unit for just this last game. It's game 6 of 30 in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. After today, the top 4 on the leaderboard, they get their individual points, they get their team quarter win and game win points, they get MVP points. You total it all up, the top 4 will be captains come tomorrow, and they'll have to get into their quote-unquote war rooms and draft new sides for weekend number 2. Team Benson with the ball. Bounce shot there and a stop as Amber Hill has come in. Amber wears number 99. Amber Hill launching this one ahead. A nice outlet pass for Taylor Cummings. So Hill subbing in for Kaylee Waters. Carr goes to the goal. Score! The defender, Kristen Carr, picks up 12 points for herself and makes this a 5-2 lead. Kristen Carr, 2 times a Team USA World Cup gold medalist, showing that she can do it at both ends of the field.
All right, as we see this frozen picture right here, we have players coming in. This is Cookie Carr. She is a defensive player, has a ton of speed. She's known for her defensive skill. However, she has been working hard at her shooting capabilities. She works with a special trainer. She wants to translate into that midfielder that she once was back in high school. That's what she wants to showcase with the U.S. team, and we're seeing it here with the Pro League. Arms up and away. I actually get the opportunity to watch Cookie train in Baltimore. Comes off hard of a dodge, bull dodge, split dodge. Right here it was just her all-out speed beating the opposing team, and they were not giving her due credit. They think a defender won't shoot, think again.
See Kaylee Waters there with the water bottle. I'm sure she'll be ready to douse Kristen when they get over to the sideline, as the defenders love to score. Official instructions before the draw. Cummings rakes it away, and it winds up in the cross of Katrina Geiger. 5-2 for Team O'Donnell. They wear the purple. That pass, Carr waved a stick right through the sight line of Grace Gabriel. She couldn't find it. Holly Riley and Team O'Donnell take over. Pass that's lost by Perella. Kenzie Kent will shovel it on. Molly Stevens wears 17 in the orange. She scored against Kylie Ohlmiller earlier in the weekend. Just below 7 minutes remaining in this second quarter of play. 6-on-6 at the offensive end. 10 players overall on the field. 3 attackers, 3 mids, 3 D, and a goalie. Amber Hill now tending the twine for Team O'Donnell. Taylor Vanthoff tried to scoop that one acrobatically, and it'll bounce loose for McCool to chase. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Amber Hill, a member of the Haudenosaunee Nation, the creators of the game. This sport so special to her family and to her tradition. Gabriel marching in, rolls back against Perella, ducks under and bounced it wide. 4 seconds, now 3 to shoot. Quick pass to the inside, shot clock violation against Team Benson.
Joe, I love this veteran defense of Carr, McKenzie, McGarvey, Riley. Sarah Brown, obviously one of the younger defenders on the field, was in college within the last 3 years. And then Amber Hill in goal. Three moms on that defensive unit.
Sarah Brown is some 7-8 years the junior of Carr and McKenzie and Riley and Hill. At the other end, we've seen a goalie change. Britt Brown is between the pipes now for Team Benson. .20 seconds left on the shot clock. Fortunato off the split dodge, hesitates and fires. Brown may have got a piece of that as it went wide. The officials awarding the ball, keeping it possession for McPartland and Team O'Donnell. McPartland on the pass, Tumalo on the line, she buzzed that one wide. She had a foot on the key, that would not have been 2. We have seen a 2-point goal earlier today from Courtney Fortunato. This is a shot clock violation. And we introduce you to Britt Brown. Her college career began at the University of Virginia. She finished up with the University of Pennsylvania, and her career really flourished when she went to Penn.
Sometimes you find the right spot at the second school, really feeling comfortable after taking a break. She said confidence, instilling that in others is something she wants to do as she's out here and playing. You're gonna find your path, just give it time.
Sydney Pareca just hit the post out of the reach of Amber Hill. Marie McCool guarded by Taylor Cummings, an incredible marquee matchup right there. Stevens is alone, she fires high. It's 5-2 for Team O'Donnell in purple. The first quarter was won by Team O'Donnell 4-2, so everybody on that side picking up 20 points. 20 points available for each quarter. Should you win the game, the entire team adds 45 to its total. Another whistling drive, and Hill, here's the iron again. Shayna Pareca hit the pipe. That long rebound, bounding off the iron and out of play. Shayna Pareca mumbling to herself after this shot catches some heavy metal. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Guaranteed Rate. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse is sponsored by Guaranteed Rates. Steamy day in the nation's capital, about, I'd say 30 miles south of here, where we are at Maureen Hendricks Field at the Maryland Soccerplex. Team O'Donnell has a 5-2 advantage as play continues in the second. Folks, our players have been asked to talk about self-belief, a time of reflection, and how it affected their career. Here is Angie Benson.
I came off 2.5 years of retirement, went right into playing. I only had 2 weeks to prepare. I went from player to coach to back to player again. I was a different player. The game's changed. There was different rules. It was a lot faster, different sticks. Just in that 2.5 years I was off. So that was probably the biggest challenge I had to overcome, and then instill my own confidence. And I just trust my preparation. I think if you're fully prepared, things tend to be easier when you're prepared. So it was just trusting my coaching staff and my team, and just getting to that first game was super hard. Like, it was just so hard. A lot of different emotions coming in at once.
Cool to see Angie in her hokey gear. Believe You Will, presented by Guaranteed Rate. And Courtney, Angie actually had to relinquish her coaching business to be reinstated into the NCAA to join Virginia Tech's program. Now playing professionally in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Team Benson with the ball in this second quarter. They are 0 for 5 shooting at the cage. Amber Hill makes the denial there on Sydney Pareca. Pareca has sort of microwave abilities to turn up and heat up quickly offensively. Amber Hill shut her down as Brown brings it on for Team O'Donnell.
Sydney Pareca is so shifty, explosive off of her movements. She had a tremendous scrimmage, picked higher in the draft, in my opinion, because of that. Did such a great job.
3 goals and 2 assists in that scrimmage that you're referencing. Draft day is tomorrow for the new captains. We'll have a fresh Geico leaderboard. The top 4 will pick their new teams tomorrow. Fortunato opens up for Tumalo. Tumalo defended by Becca Block, her collegiate teammate at Syracuse. Tumalo on the pass inside. Cummings off the roll dodge. Cummings scores! Once she turned off the roll dodge, it was over.
Taylor Cummings, number 27 for Team O'Donnell, wearing the purple jersey. Right here, getting a pass from Alyssa all the way down to Michelle Tumalo. I love how she was going to take her top side, but as a player on the field, you have to be able to work within the frame. That was taken away by the defensive player, Marie McCool. So as she turned back, that was where the open lane was. That's tremendous IQ on the field. You have to be able to think. You may have a particular plan in mind. This is the dodge I'm going to do. But you got to see, what is defense giving you right now? They stopped her right-hand side. In other words, she rolled back because that was the option available.
Cummings had 2 against Team Oldmiller. She had 3 against Meg Dowdy's squad. The Dowdy team falling earlier today in a 1-goal game to Kylie Oldmiller's squad. The draw control story's been heavily in Team Benson favor, and it continues that way. 7-1 overall. Ball rolls out of bounds. The officials awarding possession to Team O'Donnell.
Great double team. They hounded Kenzie Kent all the way to the other end of the field. If you're going to commit to the double, stay with it. You're in it to win it.
Every goal you get 12 points. Should you score a 2-point goal, you'll earn yourself 16 points, 4 points for an assist. Every play matters. It all adds up to an individual champion by season's end. Athletes Unlimited has already crowned Kat Osterman in softball back in 2020. March of 2021, Jordan Larson, she was the volleyball champ. Cummings, snapshot, she scores. She beat Brown again. Taylor Cummings has a reputation for being a streak shooter. When she starts to find the net, she does so in bunches. Kaylee Waters leading the cheers, the starting goalie for Team O'Donnell, who's surrendered the goal circle to Amber Hill. Cummings with a couple of goals in 55 seconds time.
Right here, we see Taylor Cummings circled as she's challenging, following this line around the defensive players. We see her player setting a pick right here. This nice little pick is what cleared that lane for her to turn the corner, which is ever so important. If you're gonna dodge, you gotta turn the corner. You don't wanna be fading away from the goal cage, and there's no one better at that than Taylor Cummings. She gets a head full of steam, generally no defensive player stopping her.
4 times a first-team All-American during her collegiate days with the Terrapins. Off this draw, a 7-2 lead for Team O'Donnell. Angie Benson has returned to the goal circle for her troops, subbing out Britt Brown. We get a whistle, we hear a horn, stoppage in play. 2 minutes to go in this opening half, and Team O'Donnell has a comfortable lead. Folks, listen up. You can own a piece of Athletes Unlimited history with a first ever Topps trading card set for professional women's lacrosse. The limited edition sets will feature all the athletes, plus additional cards about the league and randomly inserted serial numbered parallels, including player autographs and Nike golden tickets. Sets are available to purchase now through August 27th at Topps.com. It's the only opportunity to purchase this unique collectible, so get yours today.
Joe, I was a card collector when I was young. Every single sport imaginable. I even have some of myself playing in those youth little leagues. Yourself in
Courtney, can I get your autograph?
Thank you.
I would love for you to sign one of those for me. You can join the folks here at Maureen Hendricks Field at Maryland Soccerplex on game day. Tickets are available now. Today, the first day that tickets were sold for Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Tickets available for select dates at auprosports.com/tickets/lacrosse. Nice crowd in the stands. Courtney, as I was driving in for our first game today earlier between Ole Miller and Dowdy, I was thrilled to see the cars in the parking lot. This score for the moment, 7-2 in favor of Team O'Donnell. Court, we've seen Taylor Cummings put on a show for the fans. Document it for us.
Taylor Cummings, she has the ability to overtake games. It's something she did in college. We see her highlighted right there. Quick, shifty, but she's so athletic. She can basically dodge from anywhere on the field. I'd love to see her attacking from behind the goal cage because she has some sniper moves from back there as well. Already 2 goals on the day. But she's a workhorse. We're going to see her causing turnovers on that defensive end as well.
All of these athletes, obviously, they love the sport they're playing now professionally, but especially Taylor. She said, lacrosse, when I'm playing, it's the truest form of myself. That's what she says about the game and her connection to it. You look at the Geico leaderboard. Taylor Cummings down there at the bottom at number 15, just crossing over 300 individual points for her collective total in this inaugural weekend. I thought it was great, Courtney, too, that the volleyball players and the softball players who preceded these lacrosse athletes, players like DJ Sanders on the softball side, Willow Johnson on the volleyball side, they were all so complimentary and so wishing well of these lacrosse athletes as they embark in this first ever season.
Love the players from different colleges. There were several players from Florida, obviously a part of the lacrosse league, but in softball or volleyball, and they know one another. You have those relationships, those contacts, and it's just a way to have something else in common with a fellow athlete.
27 seconds remaining in the opening half. 7-2 for Team O'Donnell in the purple as Geiger will advance, the long striding defender. She was injury plagued back in 2014 and 15 during her college days. Kenzie Kent spins into trouble. Brown was waiting for her, as well as Amber McKenzie. They put the clamps on. It's a final possession for Team O'Donnell. Carr a long way from the goal, just going to hang out. Cookie Carr, one of the goal scorers today, a 7-2 advantage. We've seen a 2-point strike from Courtney Fortunato as Team O'Donnell looks to finish up the weekend in style.
I think O'Donnell is coming out, making a statement. Obviously, they had a loss last night in another close one. However, they've stepped up to the plate. They're moving the ball offensively. They're working well. They're creating space, which is so very important. Making that slide have to come from a distance by Team Benson, who is probably riding high in that win from last night.
She was. She took a little pit stop in the opening half, yielded the goal circle to Britt Brown. Instead, she has seen the purple-clad Team O'Donnell jump to a 7-2 advantage on a roll with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse presented by Guaranteed Rate. We are at the half with Team O'Donnell 5 better than Team Benson, enjoying another hazy, hot, and humid day in the Mid-Atlantic region. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez-Connor with you. Courtney, a 5-time national champion at the University of Maryland. We are joined by Britt Brown. And Britt, it's great to see you out there. I know you got a little taste of that second quarter. What was it like?
Oh, man, that was quick. Definitely would have loved the warm-up, but sometimes you got to jump in there and try and help the team as much as you can, whether that's communication or saves. Hopefully next time it's some more saves.
Now, we know that City Lax is near and dear to your heart, so the obvious first question is, tell our viewers, what is City Lax?
Yes, City Lax is one of the largest nonprofit lacrosse programs in the country, servicing anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 New York City public school students and high school and middle school programs.
Britt, why is youth development so important?
Youth development is huge. If we want to grow as a society, if we want to keep progressing as a society and as an economy, to be honest, we need to ensure that we are giving youth from all different types of backgrounds the same opportunities. And sports is a great way to do that.
We love the fact that you have a full-time job, and now that you're playing professionally this summer in lacrosse. You're a wonderful character. It's been a pleasure for us to get to know you and tell us more about City Lax. Why is it so important to expand the access and the representation in this sport?
For me, you know, I think about my opportunities and the opportunities I've been given by this sport. This sport is unfortunately right now a very affluent sport, and we need to expand and give other children opportunities, the opportunities that I've had. I had the opportunity through lacrosse to get onto a club team. I had an opportunity to go to an Ivy League school. I have an opportunity now to be making more money than anyone in my family ever has. That is creating generational wealth for the next generation, and that is huge. And that's how we progress as a society. And so we need to get sticks in kids' hands. We need to show them the hustle and the grind of the 50-50 balls, and then the hustle and the grind of a student athlete in the classroom. And that's huge. That changes lives. It changed my life. Like City Lax and Docs and other programs across the country. And it's our duty as pro athletes and as college programs that we give back and we show youth you can do it too.
Britt, I love your passion. I love your energy. We're going to show the tweet that you sent out earlier today. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, putting on this uniform is definitely a little emotional for me. You know, I never thought I'd have this opportunity to step onto the field. You know, I grew up in Washington Heights in New York City. My dad didn't go to college. He was a truck driver, Coca-Cola, before he started working at a private school, then gave me the opportunity to get here. And for me, you know, I think about that little black girl that never thought that she could be on this stage, regardless of I'm making a save or not. And so I'm hoping that the next black girl who steps onto this stage is making even more saves than I am, is crushing it on trading floors, is crushing it in boardrooms, and has the same exact opportunity. Not just to see at the table, but they've got a plate, they got a fork, they got a knife, and their voice is heard. And that's why I'm standing out here today, and I'm pumped to have this opportunity, so thank you.
Britt, it is great to see you in that pro uniform. We know that you're betting on yourself. I think we will all bet on you going forward now in Athletes Unlimited.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Britt Brown on Team Benson, trailing by 5 at the half as we return for more halftime festivities in a moment. They're having a whole lot of fun on that hill. Maureen Hendricks Field of the Maryland Soccerplex on Youth Day with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, Game 6 of 30. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor with you as we carry right along at the half with Team O'Donnell out in front. What triggered the offensive outburst for Team O'Donnell wearing the purple in that first 16 minutes?
Team O'Donnell's done a great job of just getting the energy up early, carrying through. Obviously on the defensive end, they're making plays, causing turnovers, having Team Benson not even have opportunities to take shots. So that energy lives throughout the entire team, not just on any one end. I do expect for Team Benson to come out changing their defensive style a little bit. You need to shake things up. Sometimes you do that with a goalie change. Other times you do it personnel-wise on the field.
Temperatures well into the 90s. Team O'Donnell firing up quickly. The igniter for their squad as we get to the highlights. Sammy Jo Tracy striking early again, as has been her train of thought.
Sammy Jo Tracy, I said she can be that leader on the field with her energy. Love that little, I'm going to slow things down. No, I'm not. Turning back around for a quick dodge. And then captain, Team O'Donnell, Katie right there, showing her team that right alley dodge quite often has been open for them. That's their second goal at that spot. And then you had Marie McCool taking over, showing her speed, her athleticism, her quickness and shiftiness inside.
McCool did it once. She liked it so much, she did it again. How about the distance covered here by Kristen Carr?
Cookie Carr, one of my favorite players, in that she did that little hesitation, right? She started to go like she was gonna dodge, slowed up for a second. You must respect everyone on the field. Defenders demand respect too. Taylor Cummings right here highlighted going in for her second goal in the game. She is one of those dominant athletes that just by her sheer will, she can make moves all over the field.
Every goal you score earns yourself 12 points. The halftime stats showing you Team Benson again out shooting Team O'Donnell, but with a team in purple shooting at a better proficiency.
We see that time and time again. If you have the ball, you just need to make sure to keep possession of it after winning the draw. But credit to Team O'Donnell's veteran defense for causing those turnovers. I do think we're going to see more saves come the second half. Energy surrounding when defenses change, that causes other things to happen on the field, like sticks knocking down passes.
Courtney Fortunato scored a 2-point goal, which gives her 16 points when you look at the Geico leaderboard. Not enough yet to get Fortunato among the top 15. So many, in fact, all of Kylie Ohlmiller's team, 1 through 14.
You know, they're lucky they have 3 wins in their pocket. Obviously, this game is still going on. Taylor Cummings, I guarantee, for her team is going to move up the leaderboard. But the fact that we have defenders, midfielders, goalkeepers all within the top 5 shows if you are producing on the field, you will get credit for those efforts.
Sydney Pareca on the whiteboard there, trying to draw up an offensive sequence that'll get Team Benson back. They trail by 5, going to the third. Team O'Donnell, they won the first quarter 4-2. Give everybody in purple 20 points. Team O'Donnell, they won the second quarter 3-0. Give them another 20 points. Everything adding up in front of Amber Hill in the cage for Team O'Donnell. Head to auprosports.com. That's where you'll get Athletes Unlimited gear. Don't forget to follow on social at AU Pro Sports for exclusive inside content. Fans enjoying the festivities on the field. We have a number of the players mic'd up. We want to go into the game now with Becca Block.
Guys, I think defensively too, again, I don't think we need to step out on them. They're sinking in and it's so hard for you guys to get space to like dodge into. Step out, obviously take away the twos, but it's also really, really quiet back there. We have to play together or we're not gonna win.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, facilitate that.
Be ready to help, be ready to help. I'm leaving. Get up, get up.
I can't get through on a double pair.
I see we go zone.
What?
Let's go zone. Let's go zone.
Hey, do you want to
Let's go zone. We have to. Like, they're just dodging us and we're not helping.
Put me in the middle. I played that in college. Put me in the middle.
You just have to like literally stand in front.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta
We'll go
force you
low.
outside. We gotta force you
You
outside.
guys are high then. We're going zone.
Okay.
He's gonna sit in the middle.
All right, we gotta force you outside.
I played Rovers.
Becca Block there taking charge, Courtney, taking charge and getting a defensive adjustment made.
I love that they're going to try something new. They talked about it at the end of that quarter, so we're going to have the opportunity to see different looks defensively can give the opposing offense fits, especially if they've been cruising and rolling. As we saw, they were taking those right out of alley dodges, one after the other, off of those screens. So hopefully this will help Team Benson off of the defensive end.
Team Benson's had a good day in terms of draw control. They've won 8 of the first 10. Taylor Cummings would like to flip that script. You talk about Becca Block. She says lacrosse has given her so much, a great school, some best friends, and traveling all around the world. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, its inaugural season. Quarter number 3, 20 points on the line should you win this individual frame. 45 points for the individuals on the winning team. We add it all up, of course, with all the individual statistical points. That's what puts together the leaderboard. By tomorrow, a top 4 will be named new captains and drafting new sides for weekend number 2 on the horizon. Just getting going in the second half. Kenzie Kent for Team Benson. Watching as Marie McCool operates. She'll hand it off to Sydney Pareca. Pareca charging in, blocked there by O'Donnell. Holly Riley comes up with a scoop. Talking about international play, Holly will be coaching Team Argentina.
Team Argentina in World Championships after competing with the U.S. Oftentimes you see U.S. players help coach opposing countries.
Cummings inside there. Whoa! The twisting, spinning finish for Sammy Jo Tracy with flair. They're going to wipe it out, Court.
That's a no goal. It was a mom goal, as I like to call them.
No goal, no goal.
Outside of the cage. Although it was a very shifty goal by Sammy Jo. Don't expect anything less from her with that nice Twizzler shot. As we see the replay right here, it's to the outer side. It was hiding behind the guaranteed rate. Enough to fool anyone, us included.
Alyssa Perella has it for Team O'Donnell. Early stages of the third quarter. Alyssa, who did her collegiate damage at Hofstra, she's the all-time goal-scoring leader for the Pride there. Fortunato in conversation with Tumalo. Just about halfway through the 60-second shot clock. Good passing to the interior. That one finds pay dirt. It's Cummings with a bounce shot. Taylor with the last 3 on the board for Team O'Donnell, and she paid for it in a collision with Tiana Walfer.
A foul is going to be awarded against Team O'Donnell. I believe Taylor Cummings heading off the field. A card is being issued.
Charge.
So where you are, you're good. You're going to have the ball out at the 8. Okay, we're having a review on it.
The officials, you can tell, led by Patty Kletcher-Porter, Liz Brush, Marge Kondracki, Lucia Perfetti. They want to talk it over and review after this Taylor Cummings strike.
We could see right there, dangerous follow through by Taylor Cummings, the O'Donnell player, shot right into Tiana Walfer. Anytime, and this is not just in this league, in NCAA collegiate rules as well as the youth, when your stick follows through into a defensive player, it is a yellow card. So I don't think they're going to talk long. We're listening in.
No. I believe not. Liz.
More conversation upcoming.
Let the ball go in the cage, did we? The ball go in the cage. We have no ball, so.
Okay.
The ball definitely goes in the cage here from Taylor Cummings. You see the net ripple behind Angie Benson. The celebration begins, the collision happens. There was the follow through of Cummings before she bounced off of Walfer, and both of them went down to the turf.
We don't have a challenge on. There's not allowed to have a challenge on this because we had no goal. I didn't call a goal. I'm taking away a goal. I'm not calling a goal. I'm calling a dangerous play, follow through. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll hold timeout.
So,
I hit the horn.
so she hit the horn for a challenge.
I thought the ball had gone.
Yep. So there is no challenge on this. This is a dangerous follow through. And we have a 1-minute penalty for number 27.
I think the referees made the right call. Obviously, we heard talk-back communication. Foul on the shooter, Taylor Cummings, with the follow-through into the defensive player.
Courtney, help us explain. After the dangerous follow-through, everything is a dead play?
Correct.
It sounded as if once Taylor is guilty of the dangerous follow-through, the ball going in the goal is irrelevant after that.
Null and void, correct.
The officials stating that, and it winds up being a player-up situation for Team Benson. They could use it now with their team trailing by 5. A near miss for Sammy Jo Tracy that went outside of the cage, no goal. A dangerous follow-through for Cummings negates her last efforts at a hat trick. So we remain at 7-2 after all of that. Player up for the team in orange with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Guaranteed Rate. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor. We can't say thanks enough to all the men and women in our technical crew. A terrific effort by them throughout the week, bringing you this first ever weekend for Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. No set teams. Fans are really going to lock on to their favorite players. Every moment counts. 5.5 to go in this quarter. Team Benson circles it up, a player up. McCool and Gabriel up top. Shayna Pareca is the lefty flamethrower on the wing. Vanthoff to McCool, skip it to Pareca. Shayna bluffs the shot. Kenzie Kent keeps it hot. Little give and go with McCool. That pass is too high, and it's a turnover against Team Benson. Whichever player gets credited for the turnover loses 8 on their individual tally on the league leaderboard.
Defensively, Team O'Donnell was really packed inside of that area, not giving much room to feed inside. Hence, they were looking for those longer balls. But when a team is packing it in, then you have to change your approach offensively. They were a player up. So you're not going to have much room in front of the goal with a lot of defensive players standing in there. There's no 3 seconds. There's no shooting space call. But you have to get creative in your movement, in your cutting.
Courtney, we have Team Benson of mistake-prone 11 turnovers so far, and we are not yet done with 3 quarters. Off the bluff, Tumalo tried to find Cummings. This one pinballs into the goal circle, and there's Angie Benson. She'll start the clear with Becca Block as you see her directing traffic back upfield. Block so smooth and fleet of foot, breezing into the offense. 6-on-6 at this end of the field. Team Benson lost to O'Miller's group 11-3. Everybody lost to O'Miller's group in gold. They beat Team Dowdy yesterday 8-6. Score! Marie McCool has the hat trick.
Marie McCool with her 3rd goal on the day, literally carrying Team Benson on her back right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see quick doubles sent her way as she gets a step on Team O'Donnell. That extra little hesitation before shooting gives them a goal.
It's Youth Day with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse here at Maureen Hendricks Field. Plenty of initiatives, social and youth related on the lacrosse field, and Harlem Lacrosse factors in quite prominently, Courtney. They serve high poverty and special education students at rates that really do surpass those of the school sites. A couple of bullet points for us to digest on Harlem Lacrosse.
I think the biggest part, empowering kids who are at the biggest risk for academic decline, dropping out, helping them learn how to rise above their challenges and reach their full potential, so important.
Our Athletes Unlimited players getting involved on social media, showing their respect to Harlem Lacrosse on this day. This day 3 of the inaugural season, game 6 overall. The Athletes Unlimited players paying tribute to Harlem Lacrosse and explaining how excited they are to see the top athletes in the sport making a great impression on the next generation there, enjoying the ice cream and getting their hands together for what should be a terrific season of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. It's the first of 5 weekends. We'll play 30 games before it's all said and done. We'll crown a single champion. Coming off of a terrific NCAA tournament, Courtney, in the women's side, and there's so much momentum now. Lacrosse is gaining a strong foothold all around the country. Cummings will shovel this on the ground for Sarah Brown. In purple, it's Team O'Donnell, a 7-3 leader. We're in the third quarter with 3.5 to go. Marie McCool has the only goal in this third. She has all 3 goals for Team O'Donnell. She's converted all of her shots, 3 for 3. The rest of the team, 0 for. Michelle Tumolo and Courtney Fortunato would like to change that. That pass is going to zip past its intended target. Could be an over and back there. They play on. Carr gets possession. The officials stopping play.
Yep. 83, green card. Yep. Throwing the ball. Yep. 83, green card, 30 seconds.
That's a 30 seconds player
Throwing the
up.
ball. After I blew the whistle, she threw it away. You need to drop it. So it's an over and a back. Ooh, sorry. Yep. Yes.
Cookie will have a seat for 30 seconds. Team Benson goes a player up, trailing by 4 points. There is a 2-point goal in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. We've seen a 2-pointer from Marie McCool of Team Benson. Saw that happen yesterday off of a free position shot. Courtney Fortunato bagged a 2-pointer in the first quarter today in this game. Quarter points are on the line right now. Team Orange, or rather Team Benson with Marie McCool in the orange, is leading the third quarter score, a 1-0 count. And should that prevail, it'll be 20 points for the players dressed in orange. All right, Patty Clutcher-Porter, the head official, has things sorted out. Player up now for Team Benson for 24 seconds.
Watch how tight the defense is playing inside of that 8-meter key, trying to take away any lanes or feeds inside.
Moving it in the circle, Kenzie Kent dodging. Shayna Pareca, she'll skip through to Gabriel. McCool is next in line. Tail end of the player up, which is now expired. Racing in off the sideline, it's Kristen Carr. Shot clock is at 20 for Team Benson.
How you beat in a man-up situation where defense is really packing it in, you have to have cuts. You need to take those defenders away from inside of that 8-meter key area. Otherwise, the passing lanes are never going to be open.
8 seconds to shoot. Amber Hill barking out defensive assignments in goal for Team O'Donnell. She's taken over for Kaylee Waters. Brown comes up with a scoop. That's a shot clock violation against Team Benson. Wasting no time, Amber McKenzie finds the open Alyssa Perella, and she'll sprint into the offensive third. Fortunato on the exchange with Taylor Hench. Hench, who scored a goal against Team Dowdy early this season. This is the end of the opening weekend, Game 6. 3 doubleheaders played Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The same schedule employed on the weekend to follow. New captains, new teams. That draft will happen tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can see it on Facebook Live. Floating inside, Hench there, denied by Benson, who straightened up at just the right time to make the stop. Angie gets 6 points for that stop. They dig for the ground ball. 2 points here for Fortunato. It's down on the deck and the whistle comes. Restarting for Sammy Jo Tracy. Chased by Walfer. Tiana Walfer, Becca Block, Katrina Geiger, and Mary-Kate Bonani. The defense in front of Angie Benson, we should say. Those defenders who've been working hard. So many offensive talents in this league. The defenders find themselves on the hot seat quite often. O'Donnell outside the 8-meter key. Fortunato cashed in at the other end of the field for 2 points earlier. Shot clock's at 20. Fortunato looking inside, that's deflected wide. It'll roll out of bounds. Great hustle there by Angie Benson. Closest to the ball after a shot. Where and when it leaves the playing field gets possession. This belongs to the orange-clad team, or does it? No, Angie tried to steal it. Oh, great read by Block. She picked off the pass. Becca Block the other way in transition, no numbers. As the third quarter comes to its end, that means 20 points for Becca Block and her friends in orange. They win the quarter, 1-0. We'll get you back. 8 minutes to go down the stretch with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Guaranteed Rate. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. As we come to you on a steamy, hot day in the nation's capital, about 30 minutes away here at Maureen Hendricks Field at the Maryland Soccerplex. It's 7-3 for Team O'Donnell over Team Benson. Let's go into the game with Team Benson's Angie at the mic.
We do better when we're having fun, correct? So let's try to have fun right now. Let's play lacrosse and have fun. That is the biggest difference from today and yesterday. Yesterday we were smiling, we were having fun. Today we're like, oh, we're not having fun. So let's flip the switch, play lacrosse, and have fun doing it. This is what we like to do, guys. This is what we're here to do. We're here to have fun, we're here to play lacrosse, right? So let's just get that energy up, and I think it will change a lot of the attitude on the field just because we have good energy. You guys agree with that?
Let's take a Reds picture. 0-0. New game right now.
Good stuff. Crush on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Angie Benson's team yesterday beating Team Dowdy by the final score of 8-6. Earlier today, Team Dowdy lost to Kylie Ohlmiller's squad. Kylie Ohlmiller's team was a perfect 3-0. Game summary so far through 3 quarters playing out like this. Team O'Donnell, snappy shooting, 6 for 10. Courtney Fortunato is the second player in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse history to score a 2. Marie McCool dominating and hogging the headlines for Team Benson with her hat trick. We get to the 4th quarter. 8-minute frames in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor with you. Team O'Donnell in purple. Kelly McPartland has the ball on the first touch, 6-on-6 at this end of the field. 60-second shot clock for Tumalo and Fortunato to operate. With Katie O'Donnell, who has scored for the first time this weekend. In the game earlier today, it was a second goal on the board for her troops. Fortunato sets the feet. Fires it wide.
I love the defensive look that we're seeing from Team Benson. They changed for their man-to-man to a zone in the 3rd quarter. It's been giving Team O'Donnell some fits. A lot of times when you see a player is open in the middle, they're baiting you to make that feed inside, as we saw at the end of that 3rd quarter with Becca Block coming up with a caused turnover.
When we talk with Angie Benson, as this ball has moved swiftly, McPartland fakes, 5 seconds to shoot. She said the team was better playing player-to-player defense, but the zone has helped. Turning and twisting, score! Tumalo.
I think that's human nature, right? You can't help but be up positive, playing your best. When you're excited, when you're down, you need that energy, the excitement from the sideline pulling you through it. She said there's not that many smiles out there right now, and that's something you can easily change. Michelle Tumalo, recently named the head coach at Army. I love her ability with her left hand. She plays that left side so often. She's a natural lefty. Under a lot of pressure on that shot, she was able to still get the shot off by getting her hands free.
She was like you, Courtney. She didn't discover lacrosse till she was 14 years old. Michelle Tumalo, in the short time since, she's really taken kindly to this sport. One of the players who helped change the game.
I'm a firm believer that if you practice, you focus, that you can become good at any craft with effort and intensity, and Michelle doesn't take anything lightly.
Pass to the inside, that's deflected. Walford trying to come up with a ground ball. Geiger does, and then she'll make a break from the pack. Katrina Geiger ridden there by Taylor Cummings. 8-3 advantage for Team O'Donnell after the Tumalo goal. 4 of the last 5 points on the board belonging to Team O'Donnell. Shayna Pareca yields it to Grace Gabriel. McCool on the exchange with Kenzie Kent. Kent's been locked up with Kristen Carr most of the day, and Carr has done a nice job there. Gabriel on the advance, 20 seconds to shoot. Took a bump from Carr, the feed inside, score! Taylor Vanthoff. As we hear a horn in the distance, in the last 10 minutes or so, we have seen the skies darken over Maureen Hendricks Field. And as Britt Brown has a pensive look there, we could very well be in a weather delay. 8-4.
The goal counts.
Will
That
count.
was a horn for, yep, goal counts. Goal counts. Okay, so we're going to clear. Goal counts.
The head official, Patty Kletcher-Porter, telling the athletes that we are going to clear the field. All of this comes with 5:42 to go in the 4th quarter. Amber Hill's team on top of Marie McCool's by 4. The goal for Vanthoff will count.
We see ball movement as it's brought down the side. Looking feeds inside, movement. That's what created opportunity. And even though the horn sound, that was for the weather. That was not for on field, hence the goal counts for Taylor Van Toffen, number 18, sneaking one in before we need to take a break.
Van Doff and her teammates will head for cover as the umbrellas start to open. We got through day one of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse with a clean weather slate. Day two, no weather delays, but plenty of rain made it interesting. Now on day three and in game 6, about to encounter our first weather delay with an 8-4 advantage for Team O'Donnell. (8-4) for Team O'Donnell in a weather delay. Back in a moment. After 2 weather delays here at Maureen Hendricks Field at the Maryland Soccerplex, the resumption of play in the 4th quarter, Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, Team O'Donnell is in the purple. Taylor Cummings has just earned herself 2 points for a draw control. In this 4th quarter, before the weather delays, Taylor Van Toff had scored the last goal for Team Benson. That made it an 8-4 count overall. The 4th quarter itself right now is tied up at 1 apiece. As you look at the game summary, lower left on your screen, 60-second shot clock for Team O'Donnell. For these two sides, they're playing their 3rd game of the weekend, their last as a unit together. Top 4 on the leaderboard will be new captains. They'll draft tomorrow for new teams in week 2. Over the top it comes. O'Donnell has an alleyway to the goal. She scores! Katie O'Donnell.
Team captain Katie O'Donnell putting another marker for her team. I love the patience that they had. They used the shot clock to their advantage. Coming out after 2 breaks, a nice big pass, changing which side of the field they're on for Michelle Tumalo. And that slight hesitation right here, we see as it slowed down, she pulls it across her face, making sure to protect her stick from that defensive player who was coming at her, as well as the slides. That's protection 101, putting your body between your stick and that defensive player. Again, they were sliding to her stick and not her body, which is why she was so easily able to maneuver around them.
Katie O'Donnell drawing applause from her teammates. She's made it a 9-4 game. In this contest, every single goal has been unassisted. In Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, you'll get 4 points for an assist. We haven't had to give out any of those 4-pointers today. A 9-4 advantage for Team O'Donnell down the stretch. Team O'Donnell now leading in the 4th quarter summary, 2-1. Tumalo and O'Donnell sandwiched around the Vanthof strike. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez-Connor with you. 4.5 to go in regulation. We play 4 8-minute quarters in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Bringing on around for Marie McCool. She has the hat trick today. She'll feed inside. Score! Molly Stevens flicks it past Amber Hill.
Sometimes a little break is all you need to be revived, feeling fresh. Obviously, they scored their last goal before the weather delay. Marie McCool has had the hot stick throughout so much of this game. She already had 3 goals. This time she's setting up, looking like she's gonna isolate right here. But quick little cut by Molly Stevens, who's a very sneaky cutter on the inside. As soon as you see your player turn their head and stare at the ball, which is exactly what that Team O'Donnell defensive player did, she's cutting right to the cage. Her ability to catch, turn, shoot, all in one, very composed.
Molly Stevens, the former Gator court, she's been talking with the former Florida players, softball players, volleyball players about what to expect in this inaugural Athletes Unlimited season. She gets her 2nd of the campaign. That's 12 points on the individual leaderboard for Molly. Her other goal came against Team Oldmiller, and it makes it a 9-5 game with 4:20 to go. There's an 8-meter key in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. If you score from outside of that, you'll get your team 2 points on the scoreboard total. Kenzie Kent comes up with the scoop. Her team is in come-from-behind mode. Team Benson in orange. Shayna Parecka runs for cover, makes the flip for Stevens. Kenzie Kent now will offer it up top for Grace Gabriel, then Marie McCool. Expect McCool to have the ball a lot down the stretch. Marked there by Cummings. Shayna Parecka tiptoes that 8-meter key. Shot clock's at 30. Gabriel slithers to the inside, determined on her way to the goal. Knocked down there, Perella, good defense, and back comes Team O'Donnell.
We see a lot more contact, physical play, all stick on that defensive effort, so no foul. The referees call a lot less in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse compared to the collegiate game. This is how the rules are set up. More elite players, they allow more to occur on the field.
Time continues to tick, just over 3 minutes to go in regulation. Team O'Donnell in purple has the lead by 4, and they're slowing the tempo, going through a deliberate possession for Sammy Jo Tracy. Michelle Tumalo calling the shots now. Bring it on around for Perella. She's guarded by McCool. Hench for Sammy Jo Tracy. Stepping out, it's Katrina Geiger. Perella inside. Hench fires. Benson there to make the save. Give her 6 points on her leaderboard total. That's her 3rd stop of the day. In transition on the fly. Back comes Team Benson. gliding in there. McCool's pass. Kent to follow. Amber Hill way off her goal line to make the save. Ball goose to Hill. Hill looks to clear now. 2:20 left in this fourth quarter. 2 lightning delays, or should we say potential severe weather delays. Truth be told, there was never any lightning that was visible around Maureen Hendricks Field. No rain, no precipitation. Fields are in great shape with less than 2 to go in the fourth.
Defensively, this zone by Team Benson has been giving O'Donnell fits in the third and fourth quarter. Team Benson came up with the 20 points in the third quarter.
It all adds up. Top 4 on the leaderboard become new captains tomorrow. Monday night's draft. You can see on Facebook Live. Sneak attack, score! Michelle Tumalo.
Ball movement is what we're seeing right now, and that allows Team O'Donnell to find that open player as defense is shifting within their zone. Quick ball movement with their feet. We see cutting inside Sammy Jo Tracy, a big, long, scooping ball. And that initiation dodge by Taylor Cummings drew 2 defenders at her. She was able to get a quick pass down low. We see right here, Taylor Cummings dodging to cage and 2 defenders on her. That quick decision pass down low to Michelle Tumalo, U.S. teammate to U.S. teammate, putting another marker for Team O'Donnell.
Courtney, of the 56 players in Athletes Unlimited, there are 20 that are in the current Team USA player pool. Tumalo finds the top of the twine there, her second on the day. Taylor Cummings has 2 as well. Courtney Fortunato has a 2-point goal. Team O'Donnell seems to be on its way to a win over Team Benson. It's a 5-point game with 94 seconds to go. Team O'Donnell beat Team Dowdy 8-7 on Friday. They lost to Oldmiller's squad on Saturday 11-7. Nobody was able to take down Team Kylie Oldmiller in goal. They were a perfect 3-0. And they have a host of players atop the Geico leaderboard in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. With 80 seconds left.
Joe, we've seen goals happen in 8 seconds. It actually only takes 6 seconds from a draw. But just time is of the essence. They need to attack the goal cage and do it quickly, creating space, opportunities for one another.
Precision shooting today from Team O'Donnell. They're 9 of 15 overall as a group. Nice catch there, looking into the sun by Shayna Parecka. Amber McKenzie looks for the trail check. 55 seconds left, 20 on the shot clock. McCool off the split dodge, drawing a double. Hedging there to play defense. A lot of help, a lot of communication you can hear at the field level. That one's buzzed wide by Grace Gabriel. 5 seconds to shoot. Over the top, one-handed catch. Gabriel scores! Nimble stick work there from Grace Gabriel.
Wow. Grace Gabriel showing full extension in this last offensive set for Team Benson. They've pulled it to within 4. We see initiation right here. Marie McCool, one-handed extension, reaching out, pulling it in all at one time. Takes tremendous strength in your wrist to be able to handle and control that ball, bring it down, all in stride, all while then sighting the cage for a shot.
She reached out to one of her adversaries today a few weeks ago and months ago, Michelle Tumalo, to ask about a chance to play in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Michelle's one of the PEC members, the Player Executive Committee, where the athletes are leaders and decision makers for this group. The inaugural season of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, an important draw control. Team Benson needs it. They get it, thanks to Marie McCool. 25 seconds, no time to dilly-dally now for Kenzie Kent. With her squad down by 4, they better think about a 2-pointer here outside that 8-meter key. Off the flip, Parecka fires and crossing over to make a fine save. That's Amber Hill, and that should shut the door for Team O'Donnell. As the time expires, Sammy Jo Tracy brings it ahead. One last shot, and it's fired high there as the quarter points are on the line. At the end of this fourth quarter, the final goes in to the books at 10-6. Both teams had 3 in the fourth. Team O'Donnell gets the 45 points for the win. All the players on their roster can celebrate. And once more, now that we are through the 6 games of play in the initial weekend, once they tabulate the MVP voting from this game, there will be 4 leaderboard spots. The top 4 will be new captains for Monday night's draft, a draft you can see on Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, anyone ever picked.
Hey, Team O'Donnell bouncing
right?
back
The positive energy, right?
after their loss to Team Ohlmiller. Team Ohlmiller with 3 wins on the weekend. Undefeated, tremendous team chemistry. But it's always great when you can bounce back from a loss, collectively come together. Many of these players have played together in the past, while others are just getting ready to know one another. That makes things so difficult in each and every week as we see new teams being formed, new faces together, new friendships.
Courtney, in all likelihood, despite the best efforts from Taylor Cummings and Michelle Tumalo for Team O'Donnell in the fourth quarter, in all likelihood, the top 4 captains on the leaderboard are more than likely going to come from Team Kylie Ohlmiller. And obviously, you're talking about the chemistry that they have found together. You would imagine a lot of them will want to keep the fellow teammates who've been wearing gold this weekend on the same side. Katie O'Donnell had been blanked in the first 2 games of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Courtney, she changed that today.
Katie O'Donnell's another part of that U.S. team program. The righty sweep dodge was working so well for Team O'Donnell early in the first half. But this is one of my favorite moves by her, protecting your stick. It seems like it's so easy. Protection from that sliding defensive player. If they're sliding to your stick, protect, move around. Seems simple.
Look who's joined us. Katie O'Donnell has. And Katie, what was the difference after the rain delay?
You know, I don't think there was really a difference, but really just like an attitude of coming out here of let's finish the game, let's finish it clean, and really just empty the tank for the last 5 minutes and 42 seconds that was left on the clock.
Katie, yesterday to today, what was the biggest differences that you saw for your team?
We really just had to clean it up on the attacking end and bring our communication back up on the defensive end. I think yesterday was definitely tough, being the middle game of the weekend. We definitely had some tired legs, but we made some mistakes. You know, we didn't play a great game yesterday, and I think we learned from them and really tried to implement, you know, all those solutions today, and it worked out, and we came out with the win.
Katie, earlier in the week, as a captain, you had a chance to draft your own team. What advice will you be giving to the athletes who take over now as new captains starting on Monday night?
You know, enjoy the process. It's fun. It can be a little stressful. But, you know, you want to pick a balanced team. You want to pick a team that is going to have some good chemistry out there, because that's the challenging part about this league is every single week we're going to have new teams. So picking people that might have been playing together already this weekend and, you know, those types of things, maybe they played together before. I think that's the best advice I could give, but also just to have fun with it. You know, it's a cool process and to definitely enjoy it.
Katie, thank you very much. We appreciate your time and best wishes for the rest of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse this season.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Team O'Donnell getting the victory and doing so in large part thanks to the efforts of Taylor Cummings.
Taylor Cummings, she has an ability on both sides of the field to make an impact. We saw a lot of goals coming from her dodging, her speed, her athleticism, but it's the IQ. There's no way on this field in order to be able to make a goal where you aren't seeing where your teammates are surrounding you and where's your best position to challenge.
Team O'Donnell victorious after a weather delay, a couple of them, and Taylor Cummings was just 1 goal shy of a hat trick. Taylor, when you think about this performance offensively today, what was the best part of the way the team moved the ball?
You know, Team Benson was going from a zone to a man back and forth, and I think, you know, we were prepared for both of those. And what I loved about being on this team was just how selfless every single person was on the defensive and offensive ends. And by moving the ball, by moving for each other, we were able to find the back of the net and find success.
Taylor, looking forward, obviously we have the draft coming up. If you're in one of those positions to be a team captain, what would be your strategy?
You know, I think it's so tough because you don't know where you fall in line in the draft either. But I think for us, you know, having seen the success of Katie's team, just finding selfless, team-oriented players who share the ball, move well, talk for each other, I think that's the biggest key, is just finding the people you gel with.
Taylor, thanks for spending some time with us. We appreciate it. Best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Taylor Cummings, number 27 for Team O'Donnell. You see the captain there wearing 9 in the purple. We get to our Geico defensive play of the game. Nice work here from Sarah Brown.
Talking about selfless defender, good body positioning, we see her highlighted in yellow, but ability to make cause turnovers is huge. Number 1, it's points for your team. However, you as an individual, you're able to showcase your checking skills. That quick push-pull motion is so very important when checking the ball and making sure that it's a clean check within the league.
Sarah, you and your fellow defenders, as Sarah Brown joins us, you and your fellow defenders don't get very much time to breathe in this game with all the great offensive talents that are bearing down on you, maybe except for a couple of weather delays. What was it like to sit through those and then respond in the fourth?
Yeah, I think it's all about positive attitude, and we just kept it light in the locker room, and we were just ready to get back out there and finish the 5 minutes that we had.
So your team went 2-1 on the weekend. Talk about the experience you had with this team in particular, because it's the last time you're going to be playing with them.
I really, really enjoyed this team. I think we were talking about it earlier. It's just such a positive team. We all kept each other up, hyping each other. You know, it really at the end of the day doesn't matter about the stats at all, because it's the team win. Like, it's all about playing together, and I thought our defense had great, we just worked really well together. We were listening to each other. We knew what the other person was going to do, which was really helpful. And I haven't played with a lot of them before, too, and they're just great leaders.
Sarah, as we spoke with you in training camp and the days leading up to the start of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, you were talking about chemistry being important, camaraderie being important. How were you able to develop it so swiftly in just 3 days, and are you sad to see it be broken up now?
Absolutely very sad to see it being broken up, but it's really these leaders that have been playing for a while, and they just hype up all of us as a team, and it's, like I said, it's just being positive. It really brings the team together, and you know, having fun. That's just what we keep saying, what our facilitator keeps saying, like, put a smile on your face. Like, this is supposed to be fun. It is fun. It's sad that we won't be able to play together next week, but it's an honor to be able to play with all of these girls. And it'll be fun to play with a new team as well. But I think what I learned mostly from them was just as long as we have fun and stay positive, you know, you can really get to know these players and create a great team.
Sarah, the defensive unit that you played with, obviously 3 veteran players. They'd played in 2 world championships together, winning the gold. Can you talk about that experience a little bit?
I honestly just asked a lot of questions. I was just like, what do I need to do? I just wanted to learn from them. They're just incredible. So I was just grateful to, you know, I'm come back after not playing for 2 years, so I'm just excited to be able to learn from them.
Sarah, thanks for joining us. Go get in that photo opportunity, please. Go quickly. They're waiting for you.
Thank you.
Sarah Brown, victorious Team O'Donnell. We will be back in just a few moments. Get you back to Maureen Hendricks Field to close things up. Team O'Donnell, the victor. Smile. So apparently it's about time to break up the victory party for Team O'Donnell as they exit. A 10-6 winner over Team Benson today in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. As we thank our presenting field partners, the good people at Geico, for all of their support this summer. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse in its inaugural season. Off to a flying start, 6 games of 30 now in the books. And fans, it's time for you to earn points for watching today's telecast. Take out your phone, enter the code on the screen into your Athletes Unlimited app. You'll earn points. If you don't have the Athletes Unlimited app, head over to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. You can start earning points to unlock exclusive rewards and stay in the know about all things Athletes Unlimited. Nice job by Team O'Donnell. They put away Team Benson 10-6. We start with our scoring review. Sammy Joe Tracy doesn't wait long.
Sammy Joe set the tone for Team O'Donnell here, getting them on the board first in what would lead to 3 quick goals to start the game. Captain Katie O'Donnell up next.
Katie would follow. Fortunato on the bouncer. That's worth 2. Second ever in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse.
Marie McCool showing her skills, slicing and dicing through the defense. 1 of 2 for her, back-to-back goals, pulling Team Benson within 1.
We love it when defenders score. Kristen Carr completes this long 60-yard journey with a goal of her own.
Taylor Cummings showing her skill right here, her patience, her dominance inside, as well as her ability to use her athleticism and speed for a nice finish, ending at 7-2.
Back-to-back quarter wins, 20 points plus 20 points for everybody in purple. Tumalo, this is fancy.
Michelle Tumalo, love to see natural lefties out on the field. However, highlighted right there, we have 1 feed inside for another Benson goal.
The Vanthoff goal there, and then the 2 weather delays after the resumption. Here we go for O'Donnell.
Marie McCool capping off another one. Found Grace Gabriel. That reach, that extension, you love to see teammates working together.
Tumalo, a little look away. Now you see it, now you don't, Angie Benson. It's in the top of the goal.
Grace Gabriel again with that extension.
It's a heck of a play.
Right,
Man.
never too late to reach.
Every goal you get earns 12 points for the individual on the leaderboard. As we break down the final numbers after 32 minutes, Team O'Donnell victorious. Team Benson doubling up in the draw story. Not a lot of saves throughout the day. In fact, Kaylee Waters came into this contest leading the league in saves. She played just 1 quarter. Amber Hill filled in capably and helped Team O'Donnell to the win. So, we get to the Geico leaderboard, and now we start to figure things out. Once the MVP points are tallied for that last game, we'll have a top 4. The top 4 will be newly named captains. We'll redraft Monday night.
I'm not sure if Team O'Donnell did enough to knock off the top 4 for Team O'Miller. However, they are going to infiltrate where they're ranked in terms of the league leaderboard. I can't say it enough. A defensive player leading Kayla Wood with the #1 spot. Kayla Trainer, 2 as an attacker. And then we have 2 midfielders before rounding out the top 5 with a goalkeeper.
Taylor Cummings may climb a little bit higher. It remains to be seen whether or not she gets some added MVP points. Groundbreaking, history-making for Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, their inaugural weekend. It plays out this way, Courtney. Team O'Miller would not be denied 3-0.
They just did an outstanding job all weekend. They never seemed like they weren't having fun. Smiles on their faces, sharing the ball, moving it. And that's a team of a bunch of stars. Stars and college coaches. U.S. players who just did a great job coming together.
So great to see fans in the stands, smiles on the players' faces. Team O'Donnell gets the win today by the final count of 10-6. For Courtney Martinez-Connor, for all the men and women in our technical crew, Joe Beninati, thanks so much for your time. Team O'Donnell finishing the weekend in style. The Fortunato 2-pointer helping them to a 10-6 win in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse.